Today, we're talking about something really close to the heart, losing someone you love. It's not an easy topic, but it's part of life. And sometimes just talking about it helps us understand our feelings better.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone goes through loss at some point. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, or even a pet. It always changes us in some way.
Before we begin, if you enjoy practicing English with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with a friend. And tell us in the comments, have you ever lost someone who meant a lot to you?
All right, let's get started.
So, Jake, do you remember the first time you lost someone close?
I do. It was my grandmother. She used to tell me bedtime stories every night. When she passed away, I was only 12. I didn't really understand death, but I felt something missing, like the world suddenly became quieter.
I know that feeling. It's like a part of your heart goes silent. My first big loss was my dog, Max. I grew up with him. He was always waiting for me after school. When he was gone, the house felt empty.
That's the thing. When we lose someone, it's not just sadness, it's also the small spaces that used to fill. Their voice, their smell, their laugh. Those memories stay forever.
Right. Stay forever. That's a phrase we use when something or someone remains in your heart, even if they're no longer here.
Exactly. And I think remembering is part of healing. Even now, when I cook something my grandma used to make, I feel close to her again.
That's beautiful. I think memories are like soft lights. They help us see through the darkness of loss.
Wow, that's a nice way to say it.
Thanks. So maybe today's conversation isn't only about sadness, but also about love, the kind that stays even when people don't.
You know, Anna, the hardest part for me was the first few days after my grandma passed away. Everything felt strange. The house, the mornings, even food didn't taste the same.
Yeah. The first days after loss always feel unreal, like you're watching life happen, but you're not really in it.
Exactly. It's like the world keeps moving, but you can't. People say time heals, but in the beginning, time just feels heavy.
That's a really good phrase. Time heals. It means that pain slowly becomes softer as days and weeks pass. But at first, it doesn't feel that way at all.
No, not at all. I remember hearing people say, she's in a better place, and I appreciated it, but at that time, I just wanted her here.
I get that. Sometimes words meant to comfort don't really reach our hearts right away.
True. And it's okay. It's okay to not be okay for a while.
Yes, that's an important sentence. It's okay to not be okay. It's simple but powerful. Grief doesn't have a fixed time or rule.
I think the hardest night for me was when I wanted to call her. I picked up my phone without thinking, then I remembered. I just sat there holding the phone, not knowing what to do.
That moment hit so deeply. I've done something similar after my dog passed. I still called his name every time I came home. It took me months to stop doing that.
It's those small habits that make you realize they're really gone. But maybe that's also part of healing, learning to live with those quiet spaces.
Yeah, and talking about it like this can really help. Sometimes when you share your story, it's like opening a window. Fresh air comes in.
I love that image. Opening a window to let the sadness breathe a little.
Exactly. Because keeping it all inside only makes the heart heavier.
So maybe the first step after loss isn't trying to forget, but allowing yourself to feel every tear, every memory.
Yes. Feel first, heal later. You mentioned opening up to others. Did talking to someone help you after your grandma passed away?
Yes, a lot. At first, I didn't want to talk. I thought, what's the point? No one can bring her back. But one day, my friend invited me for a walk. We didn't plan to talk about anything deep, but suddenly I found myself telling him everything. The stories, the regret, even the funny moments.
That must have felt freeing. Sometimes words carry pain, but when you speak them out loud, the pain becomes lighter.
That's exactly how it felt. Like my heart was finally breathing. I learned a new phrase from that experience. Sharing is healing.
That's a good one. It means when you share your feelings, your heart slowly heals. It's simple but true.
What about you, Anna? Did you talk to someone when you lost Max?
I did. My mom. I remember crying one night, saying how quiet the house felt, and she said something beautiful. The silence is where love still lives. I didn't understand it at first, but later I realized silence can also mean connection, just in a softer way.
Wow, that's touching. Your mom sounds wise.
She really is. She also told me that love doesn't disappear when someone's gone, it changes shape. Maybe that's what keeps us going. The love that stays even when the person doesn't.
I like that idea. You know, sometimes people are afraid to talk about loss because they think it will make others sad. But I think it's the opposite. Talking brings comfort.
Absolutely. Saying something simple like, I'm here for you, or you're not alone can mean a lot. Those phrases don't fix the pain, but they remind people that someone cares.
Yeah. When my friend said, "Take your time, I'm listening," it felt like he was giving me space to just be myself. No pressure, no advice, just kindness.
That's the best kind of support. Sometimes people don't need answers, they just need company.
Exactly. So maybe the lesson is if you're hurting, talk to someone. And if someone you care about is hurting, just be there. That's enough.
Well said, Jake. Talking really does help. Healing. You know, Jake, after some time passes, people often say, you need to let go. But I used to think, how can I let go of someone I love so much?
Yeah, I felt that too. Letting go sounds like forgetting, doesn't it? But actually, it's not. It's more like learning to live with the memories instead of in them.
That's a really good way to put it. I remember keeping Max's collar for years. At first, I couldn't even look at it without crying, but later it became something warm, a reminder of love, not just loss.
I get that. For me, it was my grandma's teacup. She used to drink jasmine tea every afternoon. I kept that cup in my kitchen. At first, it hurt to see it, but now it makes me smile. It's like she's still having tea with me in some way.
That's beautiful, Jake. I think that's what letting go but remembering really means. Not pushing away the past, but carrying it gently.
Exactly. It's like holding a photo. You look at it, you feel the love, and then you keep living your life.
That's a nice image. Keep living your life. That phrase means to move forward, to keep doing everyday things, even when your heart still hurts.
Yes, because grief doesn't mean your life stops. It just means your heart is learning a new shape.
I like that. A new shape. Sometimes loss teaches us what really matters. It changes how we see time, love, even people around us.
So true. I became more patient after my grandma passed. I started calling my parents more, saying, I love you more often.
That's so important. We often wait until it's too late to say those words.
Yeah. So now when people tell me, move on, I think I already have, but I'm taking her love with me.
That's perfect, Jake. Because letting go doesn't mean losing love. It means love becomes part of who we are.
Exactly. And that love keeps guiding us quietly, like a soft voice in our heart.
I think after loss, the biggest challenge is finding peace again. It doesn't come fast. It comes little by little, right?
Yeah. At first, I didn't even want peace. I thought if I stopped feeling sad, it meant I didn't care anymore. But I realized peace isn't forgetting. It's remembering without pain.
That's such a wise way to say it, remembering without pain. For me, peace started with gratitude. I began writing small things I was thankful for. Sunny mornings, music, even just breathing. It helped me feel alive again.
That's a great idea. Gratitude changes the focus. Instead of thinking about what you lost, you think about what you still have.
Exactly. It's not easy, but it slowly builds a softer heart.
For me, I found peace in nature. I used to walk in the park where my grandma and I went together. One day, I saw a butterfly land on a flower, and for some reason, I smiled. It was a small moment, but it felt like she was saying, I'm still here.
That's so touching. It's amazing how nature can heal us. Even a simple walk can remind us that life continues beautifully, quietly.
Yeah, and I started to understand that love doesn't end with death. It becomes something like energy. You can't see it, but you can feel it in the small things.
That's a nice thought. Love as energy. It reminds me of the word mindfulness. It means being present in the moment, noticing what's around you, what you feel without judgment.
Oh, I like that. Mindfulness helped me too. Just sitting in silence, breathing, remembering good memories. It's a gentle kind of healing.
Totally. When we practice gratitude and mindfulness, we slowly find meaning again. We start to see that even pain has something to teach us.
Yes, maybe that's what peace really is. Not having a perfect life, but understanding and accepting it as it is.
I love that, Jake. Peace is acceptance. Sometimes it's just about saying, it's okay, I'm still here, I'm still living.
And that's enough.
Yes, that's enough.
You know, Anna, after all this time, I think I finally understand something. Love never really ends. It just changes the way it shows up in our lives.
That's so true. Love transforms. Maybe it turns into a gentle memory, a song, or a feeling that makes us smile at random moments. It never truly disappears.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm cooking my grandma's favorite soup, I still talk to her in my head. It sounds funny, but it makes me feel close to her.
I do that too. I still talk to Max sometimes when I'm walking alone or feeling sad. It's comforting. It's like love continues as a quiet conversation inside your heart.
I love that, a quiet conversation inside your heart. Maybe that's what it means to keep someone alive through memory.
Definitely. And, this whole topic reminds me that life is short. We should love the people around us while we can. Say thank you more, forgive more, listen more.
Yes, because in the end, what we regret most are not the things we did, but the words we didn't say.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening, if you miss someone, let that love inspire you to live better, love deeper, and be kinder. That's how we honor the people we've lost.
I couldn't agree more. Love doesn't end with goodbye. It becomes part of how we see the world, how we treat others, and how we continue.
That's beautiful, Jake. I think when we lose someone, we don't just lose love. We also gain understanding. We start to see how precious every little moment is.
Yes, like morning light, laughter, even the sound of rain. All those small things suddenly feel more meaningful.
It's true. And maybe that's the gift behind loss, learning how to live with more heart.
I love that thought. Love never ends. It just changes shape and keeps shining through us.
And that's how love lives on. So, what did we learn today?
That losing someone you love is painful, but it doesn't mean the story is over. It just becomes a quieter chapter, one written with memory, gratitude, and peace.
Right. We can still talk, remember, and smile again. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means living with love in a new way.
And for anyone listening, if your heart feels heavy, know that it's okay. Take your time, talk to someone, let yourself feel, cry, laugh, remember. Healing comes slowly, but it comes.
Love is stronger than loss. It changes us, softens us, and reminds us that every day is a chance to love again.
Thanks for listening, and remember, real English is about connection, not perfection.
See you next time on Feel English Podcast.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.